All right, guys. So we're going to talk about circumference here and area of circles. So, oh, my battery's running low. I'm going to pause the recording. Okay, no more dying battery. Okay. So circumference is just another formula. It tells us if we want to find the distance around the circle, we take 2 times the radius or times pi, that crazy irrational number, or the diameter times pi. So first one is we have a circle with a diameter of 10. So because they gave us a diameter, we're going to find the circumference, we're going to take that 10 and we're going to multiply by pi. Now, notice how it says to give an exact answer and an estimated answer. So the exact answer is right there. So for our exact answer, we would say 10 pi. And then I gotta write the pi symbol next to it. That would be the exact answer because pi is super duper irrational. If we actually multiplied by it, we're gonna get a rounded number, and that's not terribly accurate. So yeah, and notice how since we, my son's playing Sonic next to me, since we don't have a radius, since we have a diameter, we don't really need the radius formula. So we just use the diameter one, the diameter times pi. And that tells us the distance around this particular circle is 10 pi. Now it does say I also need an exact answer. So to do that, I would go to Desmos and I would type in 10 times pi. See how there's a pi button? We never want to use 3.14 for pi because it's very inaccurate. So we get 31.4159, and it says we want to round to 2 decimal places. So that means I want to see 2 places after the decimal. So this 1 is in the last spot. So I look to the number next to it, and because that is a 5, that means it's going to bump that 1 up to a 2. So I would round it to 31.42. I have too many controls here. So we would say the estimated answer is 31.42. And we don't have to say units squared or anything here. We would give a unit, but there's not squared for a circumference is like perimeter. It's just the distance around. You don't need to square it. So this one says we want to find the circumference of a circle with a radius of 8. So I'm going to go, because they gave me a radius, I'm going to use the 2 times the radius times pi formula. So 2 times 8 times pi. I apologize for the poor writing. My screen is broken. So we have 16. Good job, Logan. Pi. So my exact answer for this one, I would say, is 16 pi. To find out what that is, I would go to Desmos, and since I already have it kind of in there, I can just change it to 16. If I rounded it, it'd be 50.27. That would be my exact answer there. 50 point, oh boy, I forgot what it said already. 27, okay. Cool. So 50.27. Now this next one, I would have to figure out what I have, and it's all the way across the circle. So I definitely have a diameter. So I have a diameter. So I would go diameter, which is 18 times pi. And that is my exact answer. To get the real answer, I would go to, not even the real answer, the rounded answer, I would say. I would go there. So we would say 56.55. 56.55. And it looks like that one says centimeters, so I'll leave the centimeters on there. So it's just a matter of figuring out which formula you need. If you're given a diameter, use the diameter times pi formula. If you're given a radius, use the 2 pi r formula. So that's circumference. Another thing you'll have to do is find the area. Area is always the same formula, and it's not on here. So we take pi times your radius squared. Notice how there is no diameter one. So if you are given a diameter, you have to divide by 2. Okay? So if you're given a diameter, divide by 2 to get that radius. So for this one, we want to find the area of the circle, a circle with a radius of 10 centimeters. We want to give an exact answer and an estimated answer. So according to the formula, I have to square my radius. So 10 squared times pi. 10 squared is 100. It's the same as 10 times 10. So my exact answer would be 100 pi. And then if I wanted the estimated answer, I just type it in. So I'd get 314.16. So for my exact answer, I would say 314.16. Remember, they tell you where they want you to round it to. If you're sure you got the right answer and it's still marking it wrong, it could just be a rounding error. Okay, and then my next one, looks like I'm given a diameter. So because it goes all the way across the circle, I don't want a diameter for this one. I need a radius. So I'm going to take half of that. So half of 18 is 9. So I'm going to use a radius of 9 centimeters for this formula. Because remember, 9, it's not 9 times 2, it's 9 squared in the formula. So I'm going to go 9 squared times pi. That gives me an exact radius, excuse me, I'm getting my words confused today, an exact area of 81 pi. And then this one's an area, so we would say centimeters squared. And then if I wanted the exact answer, I would go to Desmos and type in 81. So you get 254.47, you would round it to centimeters squared. So that's about it for area and for circumference. If you guys still have questions, please let me know. I am here to help. Always, always. That is all I have for you. Bye.